So with all of the news, there are a few things that Xbox has put into, I guess, play based on some other functionality that gamers were waiting for. The news about the PlayStation price hikes and maybe the Oblivion remake kind of almost overshadowed it, but I kind of bookmarked it and I kept it here because I thought we'd come back to it as soon as possible. This happened about 2 days ago, and I think it's actually the news that people have been waiting for. Xbox, number one, is rolling out an update to the Xbox app on mobile where you can buy games, join Game Pass, and redeem perks. Two, you can stream your own game, which will be launching on console. And this is something that they've been waiting for a minute, to be able to give players access to the capability to go ahead and do this. Now, John Welfare, who's been talking about a lot of data, very solid data analytic, or games data analyst, I guess I'll call him that. I mean, he will never call himself that. Has also been going ahead and putting out some stuff out here. He said from GDC, Xbox shared the following pie chart for cloud gameplay hours on Game Pass devices in December 2024. Now, when you look at this chart, it's very interesting because Xbox One consoles, they really do make up a significant number. Let's look at the colors. I seen things. They make up a significant number of cloud streaming, devices. Then mobile is very interesting. It does have a small piece to it, and then other desktops and Windows PCs. Windows PCs also makes up a huge chunk, and then you have your Series X and S, and then you have your smart TVs. Guys, this is insane. That smart TVs, Xbox One consoles, and Windows PCs are some of the biggest streaming outside of the traditional, mobile consoles, the traditional, fixated, home consoles. Because I would have thought, maybe something different would be what I would see on the data set. So it appears that this particular strategy, and they're showing this to game developers and saying, man, we can get you playtime. We can get you playtime outside of the traditional model that you would be thinking. And when you kind of think about all of this that they're putting together in an ecosystem, I think that PlayStation was right when they said that they've basically been leapfrogged by Xbox. Because all of this right here, where they said that Microsoft can supply multi-game subscription, is pretty much a manifestation right now of that reality. And they're looking at it going, man, we need to get in on this. But to do so requires a lot of investment for the infrastructure. And what have they been investing all this while? Can anybody tell me what they've been investing in all this while? They've been investing in locking games from going to other platforms. So I think PlayStation has made the wrong investment over the years. That's what I think. Because technology has been demanding for people to be able to take their games or play their games with as little barrier as possible. And what anybody right now can do is allow for gamers to be able to play games with very minimal barriers. This is just in a technological conversation. Here's another one that I think is actually that stands out. Lords of the Fallen. And this is a very offbeat example that I'm going to show you. They've basically gone ahead to update their game. What did they do? They added a free friends pass. I bought this game at launch. Performance was not really so hot. I kind of put it down after a while. It wasn't because of performance, time, right? And when you think about the way they're doing things like these initiatives, you can already tell that what they're trying to do is they're trying to get players in. Not only that, they have shared progression cross-play co-op. Wow. Free friends pass. Someone should have put the other S here. They were excited. You see that? That to me is saying that now more than ever, devs are wanting more people to play their games. This is like them saying, this is a statement of intent, because Lords of the Fallen, I don't know how many of you remember, Lords of the Fallen is also on Game Pass. You see what I mean? It doesn't have Play Anywhere in the PC version, but they're now looking at cross-progression co-op gameplay. So they should have launched immediately with these functionality, and Xbox is now basically courting its developers and saying, hey man, you can come on over here and you can pretty much get this particular thing granted to you. This to me is exactly what I think PlayStation has been wary of, in the way that they've actually carried out their business. I cannot emphasize more than more, now, right now, anyways, as to the, the importance of what Xbox has pretty much put in play. It is something that you definitely must take a look at if you're actually thinking about where the heck it is that you're going to go ahead and play your games. In my opinion, anyways, I just think that that's definitely something that anybody must look at. I mean, think about it. When your competition lays out your business plan and says that your business plan has basically surpassed them, then you know that you're doing the right thing. You just double down. You've increased your your risk tolerance. You've gone ahead to go ahead and ensure that your bets are not going to be wasted. And now you can even not only do that, but you can recruit your partners to come on board with you, because even your partners, they seem to desire these kinds of things that will bring more people into their own, in quote, platforms. Because these games have become mini platforms. That's what they've become. These games have become mini platforms. And so at the end of the day, if you as a platform holder doesn't have a means or a measure to go ahead and ensure that your partners feel like this is exactly what it is that they can get out of this, then you're basically doing them a disservice. And Xbox is not in the business of doing a disservice to its own partners. If anything, it really would love for them to win. And I cannot, I cannot imagine how PlayStation does not follow suit as quickly as they possibly can. So when all this talk about, console war and exclusives and blah, 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 and all this other stuff is all said and done, we need to then come back and have the conversation and say, okay, how are we faring in the gaming industry today? Because, all of the talk lately has been, oh, blah, 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 blah. Xbox is doing is doing this, and not realizing that Xbox is already building for itself an ecosystem that is going to be the envy of every other person in the gaming world. Nintendo right now Nintendo had to neuter Digital Foundry strategically. Did you not see? Did you not know what that is? That is putting tape over their mouth by basically buying huge ad spend on their parent company. That's what's been done. That's what's been done. If you guys don't realize. And in order for them to be able to go ahead and actually make, their market push, they had to ensure that they removed what we've seen as some kind of a hedge in this regard. Now, everybody's questioning Digital Foundry's, credibility. This is the weirdest and the wildest time in gaming. And everybody looks at Xbox. And if you listen to the popular talk on the internet, you would almost be lost. But if you actually take a look at what is going to be valuable for the gamer and viable for the gamer, you'll realize that it's literally sitting in Xbox's ecosystem, which is weird. That as a PC gamer, I look at Steam and say, yeah, Steam's great, but I can't imagine, Xbox having just copied a lot of their business. You guys don't realize that a lot of it is just being copied and is being enhanced to suit Xbox. That's what is going on here. But I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section about this. I think this is actually a very interesting proposition. You can't even imagine how this stuff is going to eventually play out, because these gaming companies are basically trying to waste everybody's time. But this company seems like they respect your time because they realize that, man, they can get more of your dollars if they show that respect. Weird that the American company is behaving like the company that you would think is from another, region in their service anyways. I mean, there are other places of adjustment that Xbox can do better in, that's for sure. But it's also interesting anyways. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Appreciate y'all. Talk to me in the comment section. Peace out.